Syngenta Crop Protection Canada and C&M Seeds present the Wheat School on RealAgriculture.com. We're joined today on RealAgriculture.com by Dana Omland. He is the Grain Merchandising Manager with Palmerston Grain. Welcome today, Dana.
Oh, thank you, Sean. Thanks for the invitation.
Dana, how has the Ontario wheat harvest gone for producers?
This year it depended on the part of the province you were from. But what we can say, wherever you were in Ontario for winter wheat, the quality was absolutely exceptional in this year's Ontario winter wheat crop, both hard red winter, soft red winter, but also soft white winter, I should say. I would say in excess of 99% of the crop was grade 2 or better, mostly grade 1.
Okay.
From a yield perspective, there was two separate situations going on in London, Ontario, and Southwest. As you get close to the Windsor-Detroit border, they had a very wet May, and then followed up by extreme heat this summer. So in some of the heavy clay soils, even though there was lots of moisture, maybe 3 or 4 inches into the soil, the top 1.5 inch formed a baked like a brick almost. So these little wheat plants actually became drought starved in that environment. So due to that, yields were certainly impacted down in that part of the world. There were some farms got as low as 40 bushels an acre. Some of the better farms 80 bushels an acre, probably averaging somewhere just south of 60 bushels an acre. And this is in an area where they'd want to see 90 bushels an acre in a normal year.
So growers in that area are obviously very disappointed.
Disappointed in the yields.
Yeah.
Yep, that's for sure.
Okay.
Quality was good, and then as you crossed north and northeast of London, Ontario, the yields normalized, and actually as you got close to our home elevator here up in Palmerston, producers were ranging from 90 to as high as 140 bushels an acre on their winter wheat.
So what was the average across the province?
That's a good question. The best guess is probably in that 70 to 72 bushels an acre.
And that would be a little bit below average?
Kind of at or slightly below trend line, yes.
Okay. So knowing the yields and what the quality looks like, what kind of impact is that had or going to have on the Ontario wheat prices?
The slightly below average yields in the Southwest, I don't think will have a meaningful impact to the supply of Ontario wheat. We had a lot of acres. We had 1 million acres planted this year, so we're looking at a 2 million ton crop. So there's more than ample supplies for the various different markets. The overriding issue this year is the quality, whereby we've seen virtually no fusarium damage. So there's slim to non-detectable vomitoxin readings in the wheat. The test weight was extremely high. For example, 80 kilograms was pretty typical for per hectoliter for soft red winter. 82 to 83 kilograms for the hard red winter. So it's a high quality crop.
So with such high quality, can we expect fewer amount of tons to be put in the wheat pool?
No, that wouldn't. I don't think that would provide an impact. But if I can answer that indirectly, so it leads to where the prices are, I guess, and in big picture and from a long-term perspective, the basis levels, at least in U.S. terms, are probably near record high right now, and the flat prices to our producers are from a long-term perspective, quote unquote, good. But one thing that's characterizing the Ontario market right now is that corn prices are absolutely on fire, and they're extremely strong. So even with near record high basis levels, wheat is still priced below corn locally. So it's changing the marketing dynamics. This is shaping up to be a year where a lot of this very high quality wheat is going to end up being fed into the feed market.
Is there not a lot of export opportunity for growers then?
As it stands, you've got the strong feed market. With the export market, we have a situation right now where Russia is selling wheat at a discount to both Europe and North America, so it's virtually shut down the possibility for wheat exports in any volume way, at least for the here and now as of September 1st.
Okay, so what's kind of your outlook for wheat prices as we head into the year end? Obviously, the strong corn prices are going to affect the amount of acres that possibly go in. Would you agree with that?
That's true. I think producers are so positive on corn prices right now that I would expect that corn acres will go up in Ontario next year, and may impact wheat. If we had 1 million acres of wheat planted this year, it's reasonable to assume that it would get back to a more traditional number of 800,000 acres planted this fall. Another moving part is that the soybean harvest is slightly delayed. So typically in Ontario, if the soybeans come off early and there's great planting conditions, you're going to see more Ontario winter wheat acres. Situations like this year where beans are going to be delayed, that will reduce wheat acres on the margin. But the fact remains there's very good deferred prices into both spot and into 2012 for wheat. So wheat remains an extremely profitable option for Ontario producers.
Well, I think one of the reality is that all the three major crops, they're all profitable, and so it's kind of how committed to your rotation are you?
I think we had this conversation in the past. From that perspective, really a producer should be looking at what their optimal rotation is for their farm versus trying to pick which of the three markets is going to be marginally better or not.
Okay, Dana, thanks a lot for joining us today, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Sean. Have a good day.